Hi, and welcome to another video by Jim the Car Guy. Today, as you can see behind me, we have a 2015, it's a Jeep Grand Cherokee, and we're just going to do some basic maintenance. We're going to be changing the tires on the front of the vehicle. But before you lift up any vehicle, especially one with air suspension, you have to know the proper procedure to lift it up. With these vehicles, when you lift them up and you don't shut the air suspension off, you run into a problem where you'll have the vehicle up on a jack and you'll hear the suspension constantly filling up the airbags. Can it blow the airbags? I'm not 100% sure, and I really don't want to find out. So what we're doing in this case here is we're going to go into the controls on the dashboard. We're going to go into a tire jack mode, and then we are going to actually turn the air suspension off while we're lifting the vehicle up on the lift and we're changing the tires. If you don't know if you have air suspension or not, I'm going to bring you underneath there. I'm going to show you how you can tell before you lift the vehicle up and you have a problem. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to grab our light and we're going to take a look up in the front, because the front is easier to see if it has air suspension more so than the rear. So come on up front and we'll take a look at the suspension and we'll determine if we have air suspension. If you don't have air suspension, you don't worry about it, you just jack it up like normal. So let's take a walk up front and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so that's how you can tell if you have air suspension or not. As you can see, we have a very large air unit inside here, and you can tell that that's an air suspension versus a normal standard shock absorber. Alright, so before you lift it up, you want to make absolutely sure about that. And as you can see, we have it set to go up on the lift, but we don't have it on the lift yet. So, alright, first thing we're going to do is we're going to get into the vehicle, and I'll show you how to turn off the suspension. Alright, now you know that this is your instrument cluster here where you have all of your settings. First thing we're going to do is we're going to keep our foot off of the brake pedal, and we're just going to turn everything on the dashboard. And you see all your lights are all lighting up, so we know our let's turn that off. Okay, so we know that everything is now on. We're going to come in here and we're going to go to controls, press control, and we're going to go to settings. You press settings, and now as you can see there's a bunch of like a scroll down menu. We just come over here and we press this button till we come to suspension. The suspension, touch the suspension, and you'll see right here it says tire jack mode. We want to check that off. Tire jack mode, and that's it. Alright, so now we can jack this up safely, and then once we finish, we'll just come back in here and we'll do the exact same thing. We'll come over here and we'll turn off the tire jack mode like that, and then our suspension will be back on. Alright, so now we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna shut everything off. Turn everything off, and that's it. Alright, so now let's go outside and continue with our job. After you finish the job, now it comes to my attention there's actually a different way of doing this. You don't have to go inside the computer and go back down and unselect the tire jack mode. From what I understand now after reading a little bit further is that you can actually drive the vehicle. If you drive it over, I think 5 or 10 miles an hour, it'll automatically come out of the jack mode by itself. Alright, just wanted to let you know about that. Alright, as always, thanks for watching. See you on the next one.